You know, sometimes when you keep hearing the same rumours from different sources, different leakers, different industry insiders, you have to then start asking questions. Could this be true? Because today we're learning that there's more rumours going around that Sony PlayStation might be bringing back some classic PlayStation 3 games, and I'll go into more detail shortly. Meanwhile, Santa Monica Studios has posted multiple job listings, fueling more speculation that they're working on more than one unannounced project. Could we finally be getting that God of War Greek saga revival that's been rumoured for the last 5 or 6 years? Plus, Naughty Dog is preparing at least one of its actors on how to handle Backlash following their last AAA release. Are they preparing themselves for something controversial in their new game, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet? And on the Xbox front, is Microsoft losing its grip on US gamers as gamers flock to PlayStation? Sega has confirmed that Virtua Fighter 5 is finally making its way to consoles, and finally Doom: The Dark Ages, from what was going to be a great game that I was looking forward to playing, to an absolute nightmare. First it was the 85 megabyte controversy, and now it turns out the game is not even optimized for the PlayStation 5 Pro. This just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. There's a lot to get into here, so let's get cracking. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We have more gaming and PlayStation news, rumours and leaks to go over. As always, a huge shout out to the God of War and Uncharted channel members. And if you enjoyed today's video, please show your support by hitting that like button. So we're starting off with rumours circulating that Sony might be planning to revive a PlayStation 3 era game series with a new installment for the PlayStation 5. The speculation arose after an ex-dev employee was seen promoting job openings for Stellar Entertainment, a studio that has previously partnered with Sony on the Horizon Zero Dawn remastered project. The listing also indicated that Stellar Entertainment is currently working on a AAA arcade racing game using Unreal Engine 5. Stellar Entertainment has primarily been known as a support studio specializing in remasters of classic racing games. Their portfolio includes games like Need for Speed and Burnout Paradise, two franchises that were originally developed by Criterion Games. Stellar Entertainment was founded by former Criterion developers, further establishing its reputation as a go-to studio for racing game remasters and updates. Given the studio's background and expertise, fans are speculating that the new project could be a revival of one of Sony's established racing IPs rather than a completely original title. The leading contender for this, according to fan theories, is MotorStorm. There are several reasons why MotorStorm seems like a plausible candidate. For one, there have been persistent rumours over the years suggesting that Sony has been considering bringing back the MotorStorm franchise. Although these rumours were initially unverified and lacked substantial backing, the recent job listings for Stellar Entertainment have reignited the interest in the series. MotorStorm, known for its chaotic off-road racing and intense destructive gameplay, was a fan favourite on the PlayStation 3 and the PSP. Given the advancements in game development technology and the capabilities of the PlayStation 5, a new MotorStorm game could potentially deliver a visually stunning, physics-driven racing experience that would appeal to both nostalgic fans and the new generation of players. However, there is also speculation that the revival could be related to a Twisted Metal game. Despite Sony recently cancelling a live service game set in the Twisted Metal universe, the franchise remains a significant part of PlayStation's legacy. The vehicle combat series had a devoted fanbase, and a new entry could potentially tie in with the recent Twisted Metal television series that aired on Peacock. And while nothing has been officially confirmed by Sony or by Stellar Entertainment, the prospect of a revived racing IP or a new arcade-style racer has certainly piqued the interest of many fans within the gaming community. I know on the channel before, on videos and in the comment section, we often discuss a number of PlayStation 3 games that people would love to have back. Games like Infamous, MAG, SOCOM, Resistance, Killzone, and many others. But what about racing games? What about a revival of MotorStorm? I love that game. It was absolutely brilliant on the PlayStation 3. Would you be up for that if Stellar Entertainment partnered with PlayStation to remake a brand new MotorStorm game from the ground up? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's move on. Sony Santa Monica Studios, the creative force behind the critically acclaimed God of War Ragnarok, has recently announced that it's looking to expand its team for an upcoming, yet to be revealed project. the studio has opened several job positions across various departments, suggesting that the new project is likely to be a significant undertaking. Some of the key roles include a senior pipeline programmer, senior tools programmer, animators, cinematic artists, a character artist, senior technical narrative designer, and a senior procedural technical artist, amongst many other roles across the studio. So that was just a snapshot. Clearly, this is a massive project. It looks like another AAA game here. While the developer remains tight-lipped about what this new project entails, there have been hints that Sony Santa Monica Studio may be working on more than one unannounced title. According to a senior manager's LinkedIn profile last September, the studio has multiple projects in the pipeline. That has fueled speculation amongst fans and industry insiders alike, leading to widespread anticipation for what the studio may unveil next. Adding to the intrigue, God of War recently celebrated its 20th year anniversary, marking 2 decades of the franchise that has been pivotal in defining the action-adventure genre. As part of the celebration, the studio released a range of free content for God of War Ragnarok, alongside various pieces of themed merchandise. While this is yet to be confirmed, it aligns with the speculation that Sony Santa Monica Studio has multiple projects in the work. So what could Santa Monica Studios be working on? As suggested by job listings and statements from the studio members, we know they are busy working on several projects. While specific titles haven't been revealed, it is likely that the projects are being developed in tandem with ongoing support for God of War Ragnarok. There is speculation that the studio may be working on a brand new IP. That rumour has gained traction due to multiple job listings seeking talent with experience in open world design and cinematic storytelling, indicating a potential departure from the God of War series. Industry insider Jeff Grubb has already previously mentioned that a God of War side story set in Greece may be in development. This could potentially explore different mythologies or focus on a secondary character, expanding the franchise without directly continuing Kratos' storyline. Some rumors also suggest that Santa Monica Studios may be developing a new game with a science fiction or fantasy theme. The speculation is based on job postings referencing procedural technical artists, which often indicates work on expansive or dynamic environments. Also, just to note, before the success of God of War 2018, Santa Monica was also working on a large-scale sci-fi game that was untimely cancelled. There is speculation that some concept or assets from that project may be revived in a new format. What do you think Santa Monica Studios are currently working on? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's move on. So Tati Gabrielle, the controversial lead character who is set to star in Naughty Dog's highly anticipated game Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, recently shared that she's been receiving extensive guidance and support from Neil Druckmann, the game's director and co-president of Naughty Dog. According to Gabrielle, Druckmann has been bootcamping her in preparation for her role, a proactive measure taken in response to the intense online backlash experienced by cast members in the past, most notably during the release of The Last of Us Part 2. Speaking to Entertainment Weekly, Gabrielle opened up about her experience dealing with both praise and criticism since her casting was announced. While she has received a considerable amount of positive feedback, she has also faced her share of negativity, much of it stemming from racial and gender-based hate. The actor noted that the backlash was reminiscent of the treatment Laura Bailey received for her portrayal of Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2. Bailey was subjected to severe online harassment, including misogynistic and threatening messages, prompting Naughty Dog to take extra precautions to support Gabrielle. Reflecting on the situation, Gabrielle stated, "Neil's been bootcamping me. I know Troy Baker's experience. I know Ashley Johnson's experience. I know Laura Bailey's experience. I got a lot of love, but there was a lot of hate over me being a woman of color, me shaving my head, all these things that I didn't even initially see." She also revealed that she intentionally distanced herself from social media to avoid the negativity, but once she became aware of the comments, Druckmann stepped in to provide reassurance. She goes on to say, "Once I did, Neil was like, ignore it. No matter what, you and me, we're going to make something beautiful. We're going to make something that we are proud of." Despite this being her first time working on a video game, Gabrielle is no stranger to the Naughty Dog universe. She previously appeared in the Uncharted movie, a cinematic adaptation of another iconic Naughty Dog IP, and she currently plays Nora in HBO's acclaimed adaptation of The Last of Us. This familiarity with the studio's storytelling style may have helped her transition into the demanding role in Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. As for the game itself, Intergalactic is currently in development for the PlayStation 5. Druckmann has already provided some insights into the game's progress, revealing earlier this year that the team is actively playing a build of the game in the studio. He described the project as incredible, heightening anticipation for the new title. However, fans may have to wait a while to experience it firsthand, as the game is reportedly not expected to launch until at least 2027 at the earliest. The lengthy development time suggests that Naughty Dog is taking its time to ensure Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, lives up to the studio's reputation for high-quality storytelling and immersive gameplay. For now, Gabrielle continues to prepare for her role while the gaming community awaits further updates from Naughty Dog. Look, no actor or actress, developer or creator for that matter, should receive that kind of nonsense that they have received. It's not acceptable. I understand why they've received it, but there must surely be another way to express your views without resorting to such measures. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and let's move on. While Xbox has struggled to maintain a strong foothold in European and Asian markets, it has historically remained more competitive in the United States. However, new data from data analytics company Ampere suggests that PlayStation is beginning to gain more decisive edge over Xbox, even in Microsoft's domestic territory. As of the end of 2022, PlayStation reportedly had an estimated 6 million more active players than Xbox. By the end of 2024, just 2 years later, the gap had widened to approximately 10 million. This data encompasses players on both last-gen and current-generation consoles, indicating that gamers are increasingly gravitating towards Sony's ecosystem at the expense of Microsoft's. It remains unclear whether this is due to the growth of the PlayStation 5 user base or a decline in Xbox Series X and S engagement, or perhaps it's a combination of both. Adding further complexity to the situation is Microsoft's recent price increases for its consoles. The newly released limited edition 2TB Xbox Series X console now costs more than a PlayStation 5 Pro, a move that will widen the gap between the two platforms even further. If Sony decides not to follow suit with its own price hikes, it could solidify its growing dominance in the console market, particularly in the US. As the competition continues to intensify, the questions remain: is that it for the Xbox console? Will Xbox be able to reclaim that lost ground, or is PlayStation poised to further cement the lead in the US? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and let's move on. So Sega has come out and has announced that Virtua Fighter 5 R.E.V.O, or R.E.V.O, I don't know how you pronounce it, R.E.V.O, which was initially released on the PC earlier this year, will be coming to PlayStation 5, Nintendo and Xbox platforms. The game will arrive with full cross-play support and rollback netcode, a move aimed at enhancing the multiplayer experience across all platforms. During the Virtua Fighter Direct 2025 spring event, the project producer for Virtua Fighter acknowledged the anticipation and feedback from the gaming community. He emphasized that the development team had been closely monitoring player requests for multi-platform support through various channels, including the official Virtua Fighter Discord. Responding to the comments, the team confirmed that the new release will not only include cross-play, but would also carry over the rollback netcode functionality originally implemented in the Steam version. The Virtua Fighter team also indicated that additional content is planned for the upcoming release, suggesting that this will be more than a mere port. However, specific details regarding the added content are expected to be revealed in future updates. Virtua Fighter 5 has seen multiple iterations since its initial launch in 2006. Originally released for arcades, the game was later ported to the PS3 and the Xbox 360 in 2007. Subsequent versions such as Virtua Fighter 5 in 2008 and Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown in 2010 brought new characters and balance adjustments, with Final Showdown eventually reaching home consoles in 2012. More recently, a remastered version titled Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown was released on PS4 in 2021, featuring updated graphics and online gameplay. Despite the announcement, Sega has yet to confirm a release date for Virtua Fighter 5 R.E.V.O, leaving fans to speculate on when the enhanced version will be available on consoles. This game always brings back great memories of going down to the arcades to play Virtua Fighter, Street Fighter or Double Dragon. Let me know your thoughts if you're excited about Virtua Fighter in the comments, and let's move on. Now, it depresses me talking about Doom. It really does. A game that I was looking forward to playing so much has just completely gone off my radar now. But the next article kind of explains a little bit more why. Digital Foundry has delivered its preliminary impressions of Doom: The Dark Ages, and the results are somewhat underwhelming for PlayStation players, particularly those using the PlayStation 5 Pro. Both the standard PS5 and the more powerful PS5 Pro struggle to maintain a consistent 60 FPS frame rate during the intense gameplay sequences, with notable dips that disrupt the overall experience. In contrast, the Xbox Series X, that version appears to be performing significantly better, maintaining a more stable frame rate throughout, as if it was done deliberately. While the PS5 Pro manages to hit higher resolutions, reaching up to 1800p, it falls short in other areas with minimal graphical enhancements over the base PS5. Notably, the absence of PSSR technology means that image upscaling is not even leveraged to its full potential. It's just a complete waste of time playing it on the PlayStation 5. Digital Foundry described the PS5 Pro version of Doom: The Dark Ages as one of the less exciting updates seen in recent AAA releases. That's embarrassing. It really is. It highlights the disparity in performance between the PlayStation and Xbox versions. The review suggests that ID Software may have prioritized optimizing the Xbox Series X version, leaving the PlayStation editions feeling somewhat neglected. I'm not being funny, but if you're going to pay £70 odd for this game, I'd expect it to be bloody better than the Xbox Series X version. That I can promise you. But like I said, I'm completely put off by this game. Despite the criticism, there is still hope for the PlayStation players. Future patches could potentially address the frame rate inconsistencies and enhance the graphical fidelity to better utilize the PS5 Pro hardware capabilities. But for now, it appears the Xbox Series X version holds the upper hand in delivering a smoother, more polished gameplay experience. But for me, like I said, this has put me right off. That for me is the final nail in the coffin for this game. I was disappointed to hear about the 85 megabytes of data being available on the physical edition for the disc. I've discussed that on, I think, Saturday's video, the long video, yeah, the 28-30 minute video. But now seeing reviews by Digital Foundry, I mean, these guys are the tech experts, right? That game doesn't perform very well on the PlayStation 5 Pro. It doesn't even perform well on the base PS5, so it's completely put me off. What are your thoughts, guys? I know some of you have pre-ordered this game, and I think one or two are regretting it, but let me know your thoughts if you're planning on playing this or getting this, particularly on the PlayStation. Let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.